Good morning, Facebook. Fire Lotus here with, well, hopefully the one good thing you look forward to on Monday. Because I know a lot of people don't look forward to Monday. It's the beginning of the week, all of that. But luckily you have, hopefully, I make it worthwhile, right? Anyways, I'm Fire Lotus. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm Fire Lotus. I do these morning live witches chats Monday through Friday, anywhere from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they go anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. They can go for 30 minutes. They can go for, well, I don't know, the longest I've went so far is 2 hours. But, with that slight introductory thing, I've been doing these since mid-October. I talk about basically everything except for politics, primarily magic, witchcraft, spirituality, there's so much stuff I talk about. I basically go over everything. Conspiracy theories, aliens, government conspiracies, spiritual conspiracies, all types of conspiracies. On top of that, I also have been breaking down the Halloween Oracle card, or the Halloween Oracle deck. I've been breaking them down, and I'm currently doing number 23. I've been breaking them down alphabetically, so stay tuned for that a little bit later. So normally I don't really have, some of these have a direction, others don't really have a direction. I just kind of, let the knowledge flow through me, and let's see where it goes. Also, when people ask questions, so if you do view this at any point in time, don't be afraid to ask questions. I may not answer it right then and there, but I will definitely try to answer it. It also helps me. It helps my brain. It's just how I am. I like to think when I do stuff, so it is always a good thing. But today is November the 25th, Monday, November the 25th, 2019. Now, I do want to go ahead and throw this out here. Astro Matrix, if you don't know about the app, you should totally download it. It is free. It's 100% free. I've talked about it in almost all of my videos. I will also post a link down in the description, of course. Now, today I will show you two books that I cannot believe. Technically, it's one book, but I have two of them. But I will be showing you because for some reason I did not at all go over it. The date that I actually did the date that I actually did the book reviews, I did not actually, for some reason, I think it was because these were out of sight, I could not see them, but these particular books, they're some of the best ones you can have, because no matter the day, there's at least going to be at least one or two spells that you can almost always use. So I will be going over those. I will also be going over a new spiritual challenge that I actually started roughly 2 days ago. 2 days ago I started, and this is perfect for anyone who has a tarot deck and hasn't quite broke it in yet and still trying to, figure out everything. The spiritual challenge that I kind of came up with, well, it turned into a spiritual challenge. I believe it can be turned into a spiritual challenge. But it is primarily based around, get this, Pinterest and tarot cards and a daily thing. So I will be going over those specifically during this, and other than that, let's see where this goes. I also do give information on some of the upcoming movies or shows that are in production. Normally, originally I started doing it Thursday, but right now I've been doing it every bit that I really can. Later on throughout today, make sure you kind of keep an eye on here, because I will be posting from the Instagram page that I found to where they are actually, you get to see behind the scene footages as they are shooting the Craft remake. There's also Rules of Magic, which is a prequel to the book and movie Practical Magic. That is in the works at HBO. We have the Hocus Pocus 2 or Remake 1 that is also in the works. There's so much stuff that's actually in the works. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but with some of these, they are kind of actually hard to find and actually like find deep information about it that hasn't already been, come up. With that, today there was something else. I don't know, it'll come to me. Anyways, without further ado, let's start this off like I normally do. To anybody who wants to know, and you totally should, I wasn't doing that away because it stinks. I was, helping it go around. But I wind up spraying this. This is, Sage Vibrational Mist Spray, basically, for the people who don't want to burn sage. Check out my friend's page. She is the owner and operator of 3 Sleepy Eyes Apothecary. She has the sage spray, Flora water, so many more ideas, but totally check her site out. She has a Facebook page and an Etsy, 3 Sleepy Eyes Apothecary. Yule is right around the corner, people. Perfect time to check it out. Okay. With that being stated, now I will do stuff over here in the scene, or behind the scenes, as I'm doing this, because I'm trying to, boom, 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 start this, get this going. But now I will start to go over the books. Wait, let me see. I made sure everything. Oh yeah, that's what I want to do. For the people who see this somewhere else, or for the people who are still kind of new to this, I did want to ask. The only thing that I do ask: these videos or these lives are not to convert you, change your mind, or persuade you, or anything like that. Honestly, at the end of the day, if you can watch these and at least walk away learning one thing new, or at least possibly learning a new way to look at certain situations, then I'm happy with that. I'm completely happy with that. That is why I make these videos. Now, all of the stuff that I promote or push, or all the businesses or pages or groups or anything else, apps or anything else that I promote in these videos, they are not paid they are not paid at all. I do them because these are things that I've found in my life that work, or I know these people, or I know these businesses, and at the end of the day, I love pushing small businesses, because without small businesses, we would not have small towns, and the world would not be what it is today. And personally, when it comes to that, and Yule coming up, or Christmas, or whatever holiday you celebrate, shop local. Always shop. If you can, prefer over, like, Walmart, Amazon, stuff like that, shop local. I guarantee you there are stores out there in your small towns, or at least near your small towns, or near your towns and cities, that you can find some one-of-a-kind items. You just have to find them. With that being stated, another business that I did want to shout out here, if you were in Gainesville or around the Gainesville, Florida area, Blue Crystal, check it out. It's on Archer Road. They have a Facebook that is BLU and then Crystal. CBDs, crystals, clothing, so much other stuff. Check her out. She has a shop right across the street from the people that do know. Satchels. If not, you can totally Google it. I will also eventually, after these, drop a link in the comment. But with that being stated, now that is a new thing that I will be doing. Any store or business that either A, you are owner of, or any like things that you offer, let me know. I may shout you out. I will be pushing local and advertising for my friends and everybody else that I know that is local for Yule and everything. When it comes down to it, like I said, shop local. It's an all around better experience anyways. And not to mention, you're helping back to the community. So Now, with that being stated, the Astro Matrix app, which I always tell you about because it is an amazing free app. You can subscribe. There is a paid prescription that you can do, but everything else is primarily free. If you don't know what this is, it is an app that basically gives you a personalized horoscope. What I mean by that is knowing your the exact moment that you were born. You don't have to, but it's better you do, and the state and the town that you were in. Set up the account, add it to that, and it creates your natal chart. It creates, or it pulls your natal chart, aka birth chart. For people who don't know what that is basically a screenshot of the stars at the exact moment you were born. Now, with that also being stated, this app is completely free, and due to that, or with that, you enter that, you pull up your birth chart. With that, you get hourly and daily activity of what planets or stars are moving in your house in your chart. You also get a daily quote, you get a daily tarot, and you basically get a personalized horoscope for every single day. It also gives you warnings about, well, not really warnings, but it gives you notifications about, for example, I think it's tomorrow, the new moon starts today, Venus in Capricorn. So, I'm looking at the wrong one. Yes, there we go. New moon in Sagittarius, November the 26th, which is tomorrow. I will read this is actually their site. Again, I'll drop a link in the bio or in the comments. But this is also the site. This is slightly starting new, something new that I've been doing, but I will be reading 2 passages from the new moon, or the new moon in Sagittarius. Things to look out for and things to incorporate in your life to make your experience in living a little bit better. Astrology. Learn astrology, and it definitely helps out in everyday life. The new moon on Tuesday, November the 26th, 2019, at 4 degrees Sagittarius, brings chaotic changes and rebellious. This is directly linked to Mars, opposite of Uranus, which can bring irritation, hostility, or unexpected changes. Yay! Anger can easily boil over into rational actions and temper tantrums. Impulsive and disgreed of tradition could lead to rebellions, breaking free from responsibilities and obligations. The Sagittarius new moon is next to the warrior asteroid Pallas, emphasizing the benefit of strategy and the wisdom in our worldly dealings. Sagittarius has much more wisdom to draw upon when from academic and professional sources or from so-called University of Life experiences. We can all learn from that. Also a great, just general thing to know, that heads up for everybody. Looks like this new moon could be a very interesting one. But the reason I love sharing this information is because it also helps. What? Honestly, it helps everybody else. But like I said, it also gives you things to look out to. That way you don't get like a whiplash or something like that. But, yes. Now, with that being stated, I went over that. I posted the link. Boom, boom, boom. Like I said, I haven't really found that much actual, like, article written besides a few people that I think they've added, like, 2 people to the cast of The Craft. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. Now, let's get down to the make sure I'm also, because I have been actually taking notes so I can start organizing this a little bit better, and so my brain can actually kind of stay on focus a little bit. Because, you know, I'm all over the place. Now, as I'm still talking and kind of introducing myself throughout the video, with this being stated, or with that being stated, now, again, kind of tweeting, but I will be going over this book. These particular books, one of them is extremely Well, yeah. One of these looks a little rough, the other one looks a little better. It's just due to I moved a lot. I moved around a lot. So, but also I love books. And I love books being neat and everything, but at the same time, it's nothing like a weathered book. A really lived book. Used book. Now, next, hopefully in January or possibly starting next month, I will be bringing people on here to interview. And with that being stated, if you do have a business, or if you're, I don't know, if you offer a service or anything like that, shoot me an inbox on here. Let's talk and let's see if we can set something up eventually for possibly next year. Next year in general, January is really the year the month next year in general is when I want to really start doing the lives and bringing people on and everything like that. I don't want to really do it before then because I want to find my own groove, and then the people that's watching want to find their groove. But for the people who do miss this, I always upload it to my YouTube page, Fire Lotus the Witch. And normally those videos or these lives are posted back on my YouTube around 6 or 7 o'clock tonight. They will be up, so you can always watch them. And normally I would have music trying to play, but I am saving as much data as I possibly can because I love posting these videos and making these videos. Honestly, making them is everything. I love making them. And it also, these videos help me because not only does it help me like work through all the knowledge that I do know, but it also helps me learn new things. And with that being stated, if at any point through this video you actually know that I have stated something historical or something like that wrong, please let me know, because I want to know when I am saying something wrong. That is the point of these videos as well, is to educate the uneducated. Now, I'm not saying they're stupid or anything like that. I'm saying these videos are a way for me to express and to educate the people that just don't know due to fear of the unknown. With that being stated, yes, I know I have stuff on my face. These symbols, or any symbols you see me, or any symbols you see on my skin, any necklaces or crystals that I have on, or jewelry that I have on, they all have specific meanings and or put on or done or wearing them in a ritual manner. I just wanted to throw that out there. So, like, today it's kind of modern day, or it's kind of toned down a little bit. I do have my gold paint that I love so much. But yeah, that's why this is there. It's not for y'all. It's not for the looks or anything like that. It's just me being me. I've also been practicing the craft for 16 plus years, and I am a spiritual witch. Not pagan, not Wiccan, none of that. Just spiritual witch. Also, with that being stated, before I really get into this, if you hear a dog barking in the background, there's nothing I can do about that. That's my neighbor's dog. And if you hear a cat at any point in time meow or sound like it's dying, he is not. He is pitching a tantrum because I won't let him in here during lives. I have before and I do sometimes, but 9 times out of 10 he winds up distracting me or biting me or trying to attack me. So, but yes. Now, without further ado, if you were to ask me what would be a great, like a really good I'm also sharing this in groups and stuff like that too. So that's why if you see me like that, that is why. But if you were to ask me if you could get one book, like what is one book that I do not believe it is too much, because I honestly believe that actually, I'll check the price really quick on how much they would be. I remember when I first got this particular book, yeah, okay, they're about $10. And it depends on if they're most recent. And you're probably like, well, can you freaking tell me what book it is? Can you tell me what book it is? Spell-A-Day Almanac Books by Llewellyn's. This particular one is the first one that I've had, and I got this in 2008. And the other one that I have is 2011. They do these every single year. Now, what these are, and the reason that they are honestly just insane, and it's kind of crazy that, like, nobody else, I don't know, it's kind of a very simple idea, but at the same time it's a incredible idea. And basically what these are is each day they are by different authors, I believe authors, or at least somebody who is, credited, who has been out there a while. But my brain's not wanting to wake up. I'm sorry, y'all. This is normally like me. Normally not like me. And with that being stated, some days I will be completely off, and I'm sorry for that. And some days I will be on point. That is just how I am. I'm not going to go into all the actual details of that, but just know I'm trying to be me and, my authentic self. That way, well, if we were to ever meet in public, or if we were to ever meet in real life, I wouldn't be something that I'm not. So, the only difference is, if you were to meet me in public, I'm extremely shy. Other than that, nothing at all. Okay. So I don't know what's all happened here. But, with these Spell-A-Day Almanacs, like I said, they are... Let me go ahead and do this. These Spell-A-Day Almanacs, every day has a different type of spell, or a different type of, I don't want to say ritual. Actually, no, some of them do. Some of them have rituals, some of them are recipes, some of them are just actual information about that current day. But on top of that, they have color correspondences of the day. It has an incense of the day. It has, see if you can see that. There we go. It has astrology, literally everything you would possibly need about your day. If you do that, it has it all there. It has the day the planet's ruled by, what day that particular day is done by, and how it does that is, and it has the table of contents in here, but it has little symbols, and if you turn to the end of the book, you'll have, it breaks down all the symbols. Like some of them, it'll have the Eye of Hamzis, some of them will have an apple on it, and those are kind of what type of spell it is, and then what type of magic would be perfect to perform that day. Now, if you can actually get your hands on the 2021, then you could actually use it every single day. With me, what I do with the majority of all the books that I have is I use them as basically resources, or in a way, encyclopedias. There are some that I will read from the day that I get it, from front to back and everywhere in between, and then there are some where I legit just, I'll read what I need to read from it. But I love collecting books, because I know the more knowledge you have, the better off, and the more you would be able to understand about different things. That's me. When I talk about my witchcraft and my actual type of magic that I practice and that I'm trying to hone in to actually create a step-by-step guide of how I do my stuff. But they help, but that, like I said, I mainly, I'll just pull. That's also why my knowledge in the craft is not just on one specific subject. It's kind of a broad spectrum of just everything. I love to learn as much as possible with the, but, and this is also one of the reasons these spell a day almanacs are amazing to have, and they're amazing just to have around, is because, and with this one particular one, now this was when I first started, like when I was still new to everything, so I wish I could show you all, like all my books were like that, but these right here are just sticky notes on certain things that I actually keep in here, or my favorite ones. There are truth spells in here. Actually, the truth spell one that's in this particular one is it works very fast. Or it has for me. Almost every single time I've used it within a 24 to a 2 day period, it's revealed. There's a witch's protection one that or a house protection one, a cider spice one that I use. There are 2 types of prayers in this particular one that I have memorized, that I use. Literally, I still come back to this day. And I got this in 2000. I actually got this the year that it was 2008. I got it in 2008. And the reason I remember this so well is because it took me almost a month to actually get my hands on it. I originally ordered it from a, like, one of the small Barnes & Nobles, but that's for, like, college, that's built on a campus. It was one of those. For one, I was nervous as hell, or me and my mom, because I was living with my mom at the time. I was nervous as hell anyways, we both were, of actually going in, because at first I originally thought they would actually have a small section of it. They kind of did, but they had just recently opened, so it wasn't really broad. They didn't have this one. So I ordered it. Well, just so, and honestly, I'm pretty sure if I were to go back, and if I could find the actual date that I got this and ordered it, I'm pretty sure some type of retrograde went into effect, because right as it shipped, or right as it was being ready to ship, they had a massive snowstorm / blizzard thing happen up north where it was coming from. So the original, like, 2-day shipping or a day thing that it originally would have taken, yeah, that got spent over in about a 2-week process. And then right after that, it got lost in transit or something. It took me about a month just to get my hands on this book. But when I did, I looked through it, and I used it, as you can tell, so much the first year that I got it. But I wish, though, one of the most amazing feelings that I can honestly say, and one day I would strive to be back at that, is that feeling of the first 2 years of the craft, or a spiritual journey. It's I don't even know the right word for it, but it's very, very euphoric feeling remembering it again, because everything is new. Everything is exciting. Like, even some of the most basic things, like, I don't know, what a color could be correspondent with, or what a tree could be a representation of. Small things that normal people would just be like, okay, you know. It would completely blow my mind, and I would obsess over so much. Like, everything was fascinating, everything was new. Now, of course, in the craft, over time, you do get to a point to where, like, it's, like I stated in all of my videos, literally, it's like you don't even really have to consciously know you're doing magic. Practicing magic, or incorporating magic into your life. Now, when I mean incorporating magic, I just mean just incorporating crystals and stones and minerals in your life, or learning about different vibrations and how to cleanse the vibrations or change those vibrations in your life. It will change your life, and it's so incredible, because which this will actually tie into the challenge and how I came up with this challenge. But back to these books. And like I said, just because they are labeled for, like, 2019, with these, they do specifically have, like, special things for the holidays, the seasons, They also have days on here that is not well known. They do have holidays, international holidays that kind of they were either lost in history or you kind of had to live around there to know about it, but with a magical base behind it, of course. Um, and like I said, there's literally a spell for every day, 365. There's a spell. They're broken down by seasons and month, and each month, by the way, each month has an actual like story behind it, informational thing. It'll tell you what the moon's name is, how the moon got its name. And right now I have it pulled up on Amazon right now, the 2020, the new edition that comes out next year. It's $19.99 on Amazon. So it's $10. Let's see if the price has changed. Yeah, actually, these have actually gotten cheaper because, which I don't know what they are in stores. Well, actually, no. Barnes & Noble's online, the 2020 Llewellyn's edition is $7.99. When these first started coming out, or at least when I first got this one, I don't know, wow. $8.99. Okay, no. This one's different, though. This one's $10.99. Anyways, like I said, try to get your hands on some old ones. Just because the year is not into date does not mean these books, like I said, type stuff. I use these every day. They're so cool because literally you just... And I know people, or me myself, I've done it a few days where I've actually looked up the spell for this particular date. Like, for example, today is November the 25th. So we're going to November the 25th in 2011. That was Friday. And the date, and it was actually a new moon, which is cool because tomorrow is the new moon. But it actually tells you the degree that the zodiac is in at that current date. New moon, it also tells you the times of those transitions of the planets. Like new moon back then was 1:10 a.m. The color of the day was rose. The incense of the day was orchid. And it was a Highland prayer for the new moon. So let's see if, and there's something incredibly cool about these that I'm about to tell you too that'll blow your mind. I'll also post the link below. A Highland prayer for the new moon. In Scotland, the new moon was honored as the start of the new cycle, and people kept a silver coin in their pocket that they turned 3 times when they first saw the new crescent moon, known as Queen of the Nights. I'm not even going to try to butcher the actual name that I just read because I would have butchered it. But Queen of the Night, here are some of the traditional Gaelic versions which are recited upon the first seeing of the new moon. Hail to you, new moon, a beautiful guiding one of the sky. Hail to you, new moon, beautiful loved one of my heart. I'm bending my knee to you, I'm giving you my hand, I'm lifting my eyes to you, new moon of the seasons. You are traveling in your path, you are staring the full tides, you are illuminating your face to us, new moon of the seasons. Holy be each thing which she illuminates, fragrant by every night on which she shines. So see, they have different things, and you will learn a lot just by getting your hands on 1 or 2 of these. And like I said, it doesn't matter if it's 2020 or if it's, 2008 and 2011. I still use these on a regular day basis. Now, that kind of coincides on what I just said with this challenge. Okay, now, to be straight up honest with you, I do not know. I'll tell you the idea of where I got one of these, and it kind of somehow came into me and I started doing it. And I'm going to continue doing it. And then I'll also tell you a reading. If you do follow me on Instagram, I actually posted last night. Was it last night? Yeah, I posted last night on my Instagram story of the actual reading. I was supposed to do it on this one, but I forgot. Wait. With that being stated, I also have a poll that is up on my wall. Again, I will post it again But what that is for is after I get through going over the oracle cards or finish this particular deck, I have I knew I was going to need it. I moved it. There we go. I have the Spirit of the Will meditation deck, which is an oracle deck. I have this one, and then I have the Green Witch Tarot. And I will show you one or two of these cards. Here we go. This is what the tarot cards look like. And I love them because all the herbs or flowers you see in here are mentioned. And it tells you what they are magically or what they can represent in your reading. Now, with that being stated, I do want y'all to know, for the people that do not know, the tarot deck has 70, I want to say 72. 72, and then the other deck, I believe, has 40. So, with that being stated, because the tarot deck, they have the major arcanas and they have the lower arcanas. With that being stated, if y'all choose, and if it's more people lean towards the tarot deck, I will not only alphabetically, well, I won't be doing them alphabetically, but I will be doing them in order. I will break them down and I will read, like, those pages and the meaning and the reversal meaning behind them. So just keep into mind, if y'all pick this is a dedication, because I will not move on to another deck until either I get another deck and then I finish this one. So, and the last time I looked, it was split between like 50-50. Now, with that being stated, for anyone who doesn't know, another great YouTuber, and she also has an Instagram and an actual site, but it's the White Witch Parlor. The Witch of the White Witch Parlor. Yeah, White Witch Parlor. I think I saw it in either one of her lives that she did, or I saw it in one of her videos, and it was an amazing idea that I'm pretty sure most people do. If you have a Pinterest, create a board on there as your manifestation board. Basically, the things that you post on that board are things that you want to manifest into your life. I've started one of those. And here recently, because I've been going over the Oracle deck, and it actually got me curious, and it sparked my interest in the tarot card. Now, these tarot decks, this particular tarot deck, I think I've had for about 2 or 3 years. I bought it for myself. I'd had my eye on them. But I have moments of where, like, they don't really resonate with me, and then I have moments where I'm really good, or they resonate with me, and then they're also, each deck, Oracle or tarot cards, they will have certain personalities about themselves. Now, what I mean by that is you can get a deck, and you can ask it a question, and without any puzzling or any, hidden messages or riddles, it tells you right then and there very easily what you asked for. Or you have some decks that won't, or it will, but it'll make you work for it, in other words. Or my Oracle deck is kind of like it, and then my Tarot deck is really like it. 9 times out of 10, both of them, depending on the person I'm reading, even if I'm reading myself, they will wind up answering that one question you really, really want to ask, but for some reason you don't ask. They will answer that. But my tarot, they'll do that, and then they're like last night, and how Pinterest and the manifestation thing pulled in, and this new challenge for the people, and if y'all would like, and if you actually see this and you want to participate in this 30-day challenge, let me know, and I will start posting the ones that I do. Now, what this is, if you have a tarot deck or an oracle deck, theoretically you could do this with an oracle deck, but preferably, but preferably I would say do this with a tarot card, because I started doing this because I want to learn more. Not only learn more, but I also want to be able to actually read the cards better. For some reason, it's very weird too because I never thought it would have become a thing, but I actually prefer oracle card reading with oracle cards than I do tarot cards. But I know that I'm also really drawn to tarot cards. So, but and what you'll do, or what I've started doing, was at first I was just doing, and again, I've only started this 1 or 2 days, but I'm going to turn it into a 30-day magical or spiritual, however you want to call it, challenge. But with that, how I'm going to do and what I started doing was basically I right before I went to sleep at night, I would shuffle my cards as much as possible. Like, the reason they say you're supposed to shuffle them are there are certain, when it comes to tarot cards, this is kind of in the hand of the reader instead of the eye of the beholder, the hand of the reader. And that's basically, some people say that other people are not supposed to touch your cards. Other people say that no, you are supposed to touch. They are supposed to touch them to get their energy in the reading. It just really depends. I would suggest if anybody does touch your oracle cards or your tarot cards, for one, ask permission. Actually, when it comes to anybody, if you know of a spiritual or witchy friend and they show you one of their tools or they show you their craft or their altar or anything like that, before you touch anything, I don't even care if it's a book on a bookshelf, if a spiritual person or a witch opens up to you and trusts you enough to show you their magic, their stuff like that, love you too, Mom. And you got it for me, LOL. Oh, I don't know why I just said LOL. Wow. Anyways, if they introduce you or if they show you their magic tools or their special place, before you touch anything or hold anything or pick anything up, please ask permission first. I know that sounds a little weird, even if it is to the people who don't understand them, a crystal, or a deck of tarot, especially a deck of tarot cards, actually crystals too. There's a reason you work with them, or that specific person, that practitioner, or that reader works with them so much, is because it intertwines them. So every magical thing or spiritual tool that you have, the more you work with it, the more it learns your energy, and your energy is kind of imprinted on it. It kind of understands and it hones into you. Now, when somebody else touches that, it can disrupt that, or if, thank you, if you are doing a cleansing or something like that, you know, depending on that person and depending on how that person is, their energy can rub off on it, and a lot of people don't like that. So, if anybody at any point in time shows you something sacred and magical to them, please ask permission before touching it or holding it or even reading it. Please. I'm telling you, you will gain so much respect from these people, it's not even funny. Now, back to this challenge. I randomly just started, right before I go to sleep, I pulled out my tarot deck, and I would shuffle them and ask 1 or 2 questions and then write them down. And then last night, I was actually on Pinterest adding to my manifestation board, and I was like, well, I want something to do with my past life. So I was like, Google it. Or Pinterest. I went to Pinterest and typed in tarot spreads. And holy shit. Totally check it out. But I found 2 of them. The first one I did last night. The second one I will be doing tonight. But the first one, and again, I will actually post that Pinterest. And I will also, I've been making a actual board of the spreads that I'm doing. So I will make that public and then post that if you are interested in that. But basically what you will be doing is, if you want to participate in this 30-day challenge, which could possibly become a 60-day challenge, and then one day, if it actually goes anywhere, or, you know, if everybody likes that, we could do a yearly challenge of it. But to start off with the 30-day challenge of basically, you will have at least, to start off with, the kind of guideline that I set is at least it's going to be a 1 to a 6 card spread. Because to anyone who hasn't really used tarot cards that much, depending on how and what your day is and how your energy is, doing one simple reading it takes a lot out of you. You will literally feel like exhausted mentally and physically. So for the people who are just learning, the tarot, you're not going to want to do a 10 to 20 card spread every single night. That's just insane. So I was like, what's a good number? I thought about 5 and I was like 6. 6 is in the middle. So, but yes. So now what I mean by that is they don't have to always have 6 cards, but the max of them is 6. Now that could completely change. I don't know. But the one that I found was, and actually let me look this up so I will be able to actually make sure I'm telling y'all everything correctly. But it's so cool because last night I was like, okay, let's see how this works. Okay, let's just see. Did I not? Apparently, I don't think I actually saved. Okay, I gotta find this. But, oh wait, no. Oh, yep. Okay, well I have it saved on my phone. I didn't actually add it to the list, which is weird because normally I would be doing that too. I would add that to the list. And I also have it wrote down in front of me. Okay, so the first one was the past life. And it's very interesting because I've never actually seen one like this. My handwriting, this is the journal that I've been keeping of it. But 4 cards. The first one, so you'd have 4 cards, shuffle them, you lay them out, and you think about your most relevant past life. Now, with this and doing this particular spread, it did state, because I actually went to the blog that it was posted from, it did state that you can pull more than these initial 4 cards. So after these 4 cards, you can pull more and ask more questions. But basically, this is to help you get more insight on your past lives that you've had. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's the most recent, and that doesn't necessarily mean that all of the information is all involving one particular life. It could be different things of those lives or different aspects of your past lives. But the first 4 is basically, it describes you in a relevant past life. The second one, which would be over here, actually described your purpose or what you were doing in a past life. The third one is a lesson that you did not complete in a past life. And the fourth one is how that past life and this life coincide, like how they're connected. What's insane was I was like, okay, this should be... But with the tarot card that I have, each card, they have a specific animal that is in all of them. They're different, but in every single card, except for the major arcanas, there is a animal or an insect or something like that. The first card that I pulled, I'm not going to tell you all the results that I got, but I will tell y'all how it blew my mind and how accurate it was, even if I was doubting my own self. The first one had a cicada on it. I'm always been obsessed with cicadas. So that was that connection. The second one had a spider, which I fear and love at the same time, but it also had the triple goddess aspect. 2 symbols right there that I've always associated it with. even before I even understood what those were. Like the fleur de lis, I even have a pentagram. I searched 4 hours on eBay before to find a fleur de lis pentagram. And with that, I never knew until recently that the fleur de lis in the craft can actually represent the mother, maiden, and crone, the triple goddess aspect. It also represents a lotus. So lotuses I've always been drawn to lotuses and orchids. They're my two favorite flowers. I've always been drawn to the fleur de lis, and I've always been drawn to cicadas. But wait for it. The third one had a pentagram on it. And then the fourth one, which one was it? I don't think I wrote that symbol down, but what the actual card itself said, it represented me. So like that in itself was just insane. Like my partner, he was beside me when I was doing it, and when I started telling him the connections, he was like, "Whoa!" And it was just a random one that I came across, a random card spread, and I picked it. So I was like, okay. And then tonight, if anybody's interested, I will actually post it now in the comments below. And to everybody who sees this that is not on this live currently on YouTube, these links will also be posted below as well. But this spread is called Whisper of the Ancestors. This is the one that I'm doing tonight, and it is a 6-card spread. Now, it is a 6-card spread. With this, again, I just posted it in the link. But the first card will represent which ancestors are present. The second card, what is your relationship to me? What are their relationships to you? The third card, what generational gifts have I inherited from you? The fourth one, what are your hopes for me? The fifth one, how can I honor my heritage? And the sixth one, healing message from my ancestors. So, for one, this one spread can also be worked in with the spiritual day challenge, the 30-day spiritual challenge that I did last month, or earlier this year, which is for 30 days, you take 5 to 10 minutes. I primarily do it in the morning time when I'm having my morning cup of coffee. I literally will talk to my ancestors, my past loved ones, and family and friends, blood or not. I will talk to them as I'm talking to y'all right now. And what that does is over time, because they will always hear you. Spirit always hears you. It's always around you. But what it does over time is it builds up and it helps your ancestors and the spirits set up a line of communication to where you will understand it when they do talk to you. And it works. It works. I also have a YouTube video up that is specifically me talking about the Spiritual Day Challenge for anyone who is interested in that. But yes, this challenge, and for the people who want to participate in this with me, please let me know, because I'm going to create a board from the first ones all the way down to the last one of every single one that we do, and then also everybody who does have a Pinterest and uses it from there, then with each post that I found these cards from, you can actually post your reading if you want to. I will be doing that. You can do that too. It also, and like use the hashtag, 30-day spiritual tarot challenge. But yeah, and it's just a way that hopefully it will make us more interactive with one another. Like I stated before, like I state in most all my videos, right now, and with most of my platforms, my social media platforms, my Instagram, my YouTube, this one, Twitter, I'm trying to do it all organically as possible. At one point in time, I will purchase boosting things from Facebook to kind of boost my posts. But other than that, My Instagram proved it to me. That if you work really hard, like I've had my Instagram, I think 11 or 12 years now, and all of the followers and all the support that I have there organically gained from just being me and showing everybody how I see the world using photography. Basically, that's what Instagram is. But I don't have a facade. This is not a facade. How you see me right now is how I dress on a regular day basis. It is how I act, talk on a regular day basis. This is me. I didn't want to. Now, in itself, Fire Lotus is a facade because, of course, that's not my birth name. But, well, it's a personality in a way. But at the same time, it is me. I am Fire Lotus. So, yeah, there's that. So, yes, if you see this video, either be live here or in a group or on my on the YouTube, or somebody sends it to you, and you are interested in participating with me in the 30-day tarot spread challenge, let me know. Because I'm excited, and hopefully I can get like 1 or 2 people that it'll be like almost like a group. And I will be, this right here, I will be transferring the pages that I have used in this into an actual another notebook, and then I will start actually writing notes. And what this also does is, because like I said, the actual cards are the spreads you're going to be doing. They're going to be different types of subjects. So it's not just going to be like ancestors and stuff like that. But there's another reason that I would love, and the reason I want to do this is because another great thing, if you were trying to learn how to do the tarot or learning how to do oracle cards, a very, very good thing to do with them is to do regular daily readings and write them down, and then date them, and then look back and say, oh wait, this did happen, or hey, there's that card. Also, see what cards repeat repetitively. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really, really cool thing. It's also winter Yule time, so, you know, it's cold. A lot of people inside a lot, so. But it's something that, because I have a lot of this, I have a hard time where I'll start projects and either I'll get overwhelmed or for some reason it just won't work out, and I stop it before I finish it. So these challenges, I don't know, for some reason my head, like when I hear challenge, I don't want to stop it. It's like my competitive side kind of comes out more, so I get really competitive. So I'm like, okay, I can do this. And then it actually becomes fun too, so. But yes, that is the 30-day spiritual challenge that I wanted to go over. And I'm saying spiritual because for the people who, you know, are still kind of trying to find your way, and you don't want to use the wrong terminology and possibly piss somebody off or something like that, I understand it. So that is the reason that I say spiritual a lot instead of saying like witchcraft or something another like that. Now, with that being stated, I will hopefully be getting a new deck very soon. I do have my eye on a few of the ones that I actually want to get. My lighter is being annoying right now and not wanting to light, which is more annoying because it doesn't want to light. But now, I did want to state Wednesday may be a little bit different than what I normally do because I may be going into town. So, and of course, if I go into town, the backdrop will not be like this, but my videos will still be the same. Hold that thought. Oh, this is so annoying. Alrighty then. So, the universe has stepped in and told me, nope, not gonna happen. also going to hope and yes. Hold that thought really quick. I will be right back. And I'm back. Okay, so, also, without further ado, let's get into, the card of the day. Let me turn the screen volume up. Okay. For anyone who doesn't know, by the way, the Halloween Oracle deck also comes with this amazing app, just in case, well, it doesn't come with it. If you lose the booklet, there is an app in the App Store that you can download. It does cost like $1 or $2, but still. With that being stated, we have been breaking these down, and today's, which is the 26th, is Skeleton, which is Strength. On the outside is flesh, on the inside is bone. There is strength and vulnerability. In power we have grown. Halloween is a scary festival. It is meant to frighten. We are meant to feel the release of being pleasantly scared. We trick or treat even though we know someone may surprise us. We watch horror films knowing that they will scare us. We even dress as skeletons who have no flesh at all, and their bones are there for all to see. In short, we show our vulnerability at Halloween and our strength in the facing our fears too. There is an incredible strength in showing vulnerability. It can often be the bravest course of action and the most frightening. Most often than not, it is a powerful catalyst. It is a powerful catalyst for personal growth, even though we may not be able to perceive it at the time. By showing our true selves and displaying some balanced vulnerability, we can seek and receive greater strength and understanding from others. By admitting that we are wrong, or that we don't have the solution when we are expected to, we leave more room to turn things around faster. By asking for help and support rather than acting a mystery and feeling resentful shows strength and wisdom, not weakness. Should the skeleton card bring itself to your attention, dare to show your strengths and vulnerabilities. If that is what you really feel. Shame, pride, grudges, or embarrassment are hefty burdens that need not be carried through the darkest of the nights. Now, interesting fact about your skeleton is over a course of 10 years, your skeleton actually, over that period, actually replaces itself. So, every 10 years, you are not the same person you were at the beginning of that 10-year mark. So, literally, you are a different person. Now, with that, showing your strengths or showing your vulnerabilities can be a strength. It is a strength because, for one, we have to be in touch with ourselves. For two, like it said, holding on to grudges, shame, or pride, or embarrassment, or, a lot of us. And it's so funny that this particular card came up because I've been wanting to talk about this. We live in a society now where we're constantly being told, express yourself. If you need help, reach out. But yet, when these people do reach out, because not everybody is going to directly message that person, other people would post a status or, tweet or something like that. They would basically let it out there without actually purposely going to someone and telling them, because some people just don't do direct conflict or direct one-on-one talking. That's just not them. And then also, this will sound sexist, but it's true. A lot of men are still taught that, asking for help or showing that you need help, or being in touch with their emotions, that's an unmanly thing to do or to feel, is to be unmanly, which is stupid as hell. But we live in a society where we're constantly being encouraged to reach out and then help, and then when people do reach out and help and ask for help, we're ostracized, or people are ostracized, or it basically they get called out in a negative way for actually stepping up and asking help. And honestly, for anybody who is in a situation to where you're on your tippy toes trying not to drown because you're completely underwater, or you're about to be underwater, it shows strength by actually putting your pride aside and saying, fuck it, I need help. I can't do this by myself. That shows more strength, and it shows more about you and your personality and just who you are as a person than you basically sitting there drowning yourself, or, completely just turning on everybody because you're so stressed out because you didn't reach out and ask for help. Now, just because you reach out and ask for help does not always mean that person or those people will help you. They're supposed to as much as they can, but, you know what I'm saying. So, on today's lesson, show your strength. Be vulnerable. Put yourself out there. Sometimes you have to put yourself out there in order to get what you want or what you need. And not to mention, I truly believe that everything you go through in your life at those point in stages, the reason you're going through it then and there is because you can handle it, and spirit and the universe and the ancestors know that. They know that, you can handle this. So, I think I went over everything. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for today's live. Again, I do these Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., or anywhere from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they can go anywhere from an hour to 30 minutes to 45 minutes to 2 hours. It just all depends. It depends on the day, honestly. But like I said, Wednesday may be different because I will not be here if everything goes as planned. I will be in town, which is also where I'll be doing the live from. So, completely different. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. Thanksgiving, I don't really think I will be doing a live, because I know a lot of people will be with their families and, everything like that. So there's that. Friday, of course, I would be doing a live. Also, Friday, I will be going into town as well. So that's going to be a fun day. So yeah, there's that. I posted the links of everything that I stated in there. I will also be uploading this eventually to YouTube, and then all the links there will also be there. So yeah, if you do come across this at any point today and you watch it, or you at least get to the point where I talk about the 30-day Tarot Spiritual Challenge spread, Pinterest spread, I don't know, I'll figure out the name for it, but the challenge, the Tarot Challenge, and you want to participate in it, let me know. You can either let me know in the comments of this video or the post that you see this on, or you can direct message me, and yeah, we'll set that up. But the last thing, the only thing that I ask, if you do come across this and you like what I'm saying, or you want to spread the word about the challenge or anything like that, please share it. You don't have to share it on your profile or your page. Share it to somebody, send it to somebody, email it to somebody, share it on Twitter, share it to somebody, spread the word, please. That's why I'm doing these. I'm trying to reach as many people, and I actually personally, I'm not going to say any names, but I actually did personally have someone add me, and, I introduced myself and I was talking to them, and they added me because they wanted to learn more from these videos. They had seen it from one of my friends who had shared it, and they wanted to know more, and they wanted to find my page and, go into it more. So yeah, it is working, y'all. Sharing it, and what I mean by that, by it is working, is for the people, I believe that when all these live videos, when I'm doing these lives, I believe that the people who randomly stumble upon them or the people who do see them, I believe you're meant to at that point in time. Even if it is live as of right now or later on like YouTube, or even if it's an old video that you see in your news feed, if you stumble across any of my lives, I do believe you are supposed to at that point in time, that the messages that I'm saying should be resonating with you, or aka there is a reason you saw it. Now with that being said, I'm trying to reach out to all of these people that are looking at the spiritual or the craft or witchcraft community, or they're new to it and they're looking at it like, I still don't fit in here. I don't fit in. Well, I mean, I do fit in, but at the same time, I don't fall into a category. And like I said, I talk about so much stuff. So, yeah, share it, pass it on to somebody. If you see this in your news feed, like it. Let me know you saw it. But yeah, until then, I hope everybody who sees this has a magical week of Thanksgiving. If you're traveling, I hope all your travels are well. I hope you get to your destination and then back to your house safely. If you're driving, then I hope you drive safely. I hope all of your travels are safe. So yeah, and tomorrow, speaking of that and travel, tomorrow I will be going over some crystals, and some things that you can carry with you or have on you or do to make sure your travels go a little bit smoothly over this weekend. So yeah, until then, I hope you have an amazing morning, noon, night. I don't know your life. I don't know if you're coming in, if you're going to work, if you're leaving, if you're up with your kid. I don't know. But I hope you'll have an amazing day. And Fire Lotus signing off. Peace.